Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I just got back from Revolution Championship Wrestling's latest show, Meltdown, live at the Plymouth Family Taekwondo Dojo in Plymouth, Indiana. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of all of the matches and my opinions on them as well. So hopefully this will entice you to see the next show, which is July 19th, 2013, at the Patel Center in Mishawaka, Indiana. So let's get right to it. First, we had the owner and CEO of RCW, Mr. J.B. Blackwell. He came out, and if you follow him on Twitter and on Facebook, you knew that he had a big announcement. Well, he certainly changed the spectrum of the night show because the tag team match was now made into a no DQ match. And if that wasn't enough, the losing team could never tag again in RCW. That match is later on in the evening, so let's get to that a little bit later. That wasn't the only thing that J.B. Blackwell was there for. He was implementing the first qualifying match for the 2013 James Wilson Memorial Cup. And that match was Eli McFly and Super Diva with a special guest referee, Jimmy W. Now, obviously, there's no love lost between Eli McFly and Jimmy W., so this is a very interesting dynamic to this match, of course. Eli McFly, he's got that bad boy, arrogant persona. He's got it down, and you got Super Diva, who's arguably the most flamboyant wrestler I've ever seen live. So it was a lot of grapple holds and a lot of, instead of the classic in the corner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, it was a lot of, let's just say, lower region to the head. The crowd ate it up, man. Super Diva and Eli put on a heck of an opening contest. But Eli McFly, he got that roll-up and a win, and he qualified for that first coveted spot in the James Wilson Memorial Cup. That will be, of course, July 19th, 2013. Then we had a triple threat qualifying match. Also for the Cup, we had Ox Baker Jr., who is the son of a living legend, taking on Kevin Storm, and the nerd Alex Race. Very interesting matchup, to say the least. We have, an established veteran, Ox Baker Jr., taking on a rising star in Kevin Storm. And, of course, the nerd Alex Race, who's taken a new persona of a nerd and brought it into his repertoire. You've known him as a bad guy for a long time, but he's letting his inner nerd flag fly. Very interesting. This matchup was a lot of fun. A couple of hurt punches from here and there, and it was definitely an interesting concept for sure. Kevin Storm, he got that match. He got that win, and I give him a lot of credit for that. He's got this inverted diamond cutter that he's able to get from the corner of the ring, and he got the old win as Ox Baker was from outside the ring. He was unable to get to the ring to get the pinfall stopped. Then we had Kharn Alexander with his little sister Kenzie Alexander coming out, and he was declaring why he's the number one contender and everything that he can do. We had Mark Vandy, who's your heavyweight champion, come out, and he said he cannot wait until this matchup later on in the evening. So it was for the main event. So it was a very interesting little debate here and there. Match wanted to start there, but it wasn't able to, obviously. It's a main event match. Scheduled cannot change for that. Previously in the night, we had the coronation ceremony for your new RCW US champion, Denzel Bishop. Denzel made it known to anybody and everybody whether you just started or you've been a veteran, he was going to take you on. So he made an open challenge to anybody, and right out of the gate, we had former two-time RCW heavyweight champion, Mr. Ryan Epic, came out, and there was a scuffle right from the beginning, but it was separated, and it was declared that later on in the evening, in our featured contest of the first half, that the title would be on the line for the first time under Mr. Bishop. Then we had a singles match between the Prime Cut Nick Cutler and Hardcore Harry. These guys, you've seen them in just about every organization all across the Midwest. They've been battling a lot of different people, but I think this might be the first time they've actually faced each other. Very interesting matchup here. I give Hardcore Harry a lot of credit because Nick Cutler is, he's got age on his side, but Hardcore Harry, he's got that veteran wit to him, and he was able to get that win. Very fun match. The crowd hated Nick Cutler. Nick Cutler is the most hated man and on the RCW roster right now. Some of the most despicable things he does, but he can definitely put on a heck of a show, that's for sure. Gotta hate somebody, I guess, and Nick Cutler is more than happy to let you hate him. Then we had our RCW United States Championship match. One sec, folks. Thank you very much. Just making sure everything's running smoothly. We had our United States Championship match. This, in my opinion, is one of the best matches on the card. Night in, night out, Ryan Epic, Denzel Bishop, they put on a great match. And tonight we had one of the best matches I've personally ever been a part of. Back and forth match. It was who can top who. Classic match. I give a lot of credit to both of these superstars. Denzel Bishop, in his first title defense in RCW as the U.S. champ, he was able to retain in a good 20-minute match. It was a, I want to say the word epic. It's so appropriate. Denzel Bishop, every week that RCW runs the show, he's putting it all out there, just like Ryan Epic does. So it was a match made in heaven. This is the kind of match I could watch every night and be more than happy with. So you gotta see that. I mean, the DVD will be available at the next show. Check out the show. You gotta watch that match. That's a great match. Then we had Jack Verville versus Lyndon. Jack Verville, he grabbed the mic from me right away, and he declared that this building, which is the Taekwondo Dojo, means absolutely nothing. He doesn't understand the art of karate and Taekwondo, and so he made an open challenge to anybody in the locker room that wants to fight him, that wants to prove that Taekwondo is what's up. Well, who came out? It was Lyndon, who, if you've ever seen him in a match, you know that he uses extensive martial arts training to his advantage, and he can definitely put on a heck of a match. Jack Verville, he's got that classic showboating style. He doesn't mind using the 10 count to his advantage. He actually ran to the locker room just to avoid Lyndon. Classic back and forth match. What a spectacular matchup this was. Definitely would recommend you watching this match. Very fun. And Lyndon, he picked up the win. Give you a lot of credit. What a fun match this was. Check it out. Then in our co-main event of the evening, we had the Juggernaut Osiris and Big Daddy Dean putting their titles on the line against Big Russ Jones and effing Brutal Brutus Dylan. Brutal is the word of the night right here. These guys, this is the final contest between these guys. They have wrestled numerous times now. The grudge keeps getting bigger. It's like that movie that in 2005, The Grudge, it just keeps getting bigger. Finally, culminating tonight in the win in your new RCW Tag Team Champions, Big Russ Jones and effing Brutal Brutus Dylan. After a hellacious battle of months and months in the making, finally happened. Congratulations, even though You guys scare me to death when you get in the ring. Big Russ Jones, Brutus Dylan. You guys put on a heck of a match. Afterwards, Big Daddy Dean and Osiris, they talked for a good couple minutes in the ring about the last several months being champs and becoming friends. These guys aren't normal tag partners. There's the list of people they partnered with is very short, and it was amazing that these two huge guys could actually make a cohesive unit and be some of the best tag team champions we've ever seen. So give all four of these big guys a lot of credit. Put on a heck of a show. And our main event of the evening, after months and months of this feud culminating, we finally got to see them finally wrestle together. Kharn Alexander challenged Mark Vandy, your RCW Heavyweight Champion, for his title. This is the first main event match Kharn Alexander's had for RCW, and he proved that he is a force in the heavyweight title contention. Mark Vandy put on a heck of a show. He was riddled with a lot of these body splashes that Kharn is an expert in, but all it takes is one move to miss, and it can really upset the whole match. They call it a high-risk maneuver for a reason, and Kharn missed one. Mark Vandy was able to take advantage of it. Kharn brought in the belt, and he tried to use it on Mark Vandy, but it was pulled away by the ref. Kenzie Alexander, who's Kharn's little sister, came in, and she was thrown out of the match due to her numerous times interfering on her brother's behalf. Before she left, she jumped on the canvas and screamed at Mark Vandy, distracted him. Kharn grabbed distraught Vandy and tried to get him in a tilt-a-whirl slam, torture rack style, and actually knocked out the referee temporarily. He grabbed the belt in an attempt to knock out Mark Vandy, but Mark Vandy was able to counter, and he gave his epic finishing move, the flying knee, into the face of Kharn. This attributes with all these other classic maneuvers like the Texas Cloverleaf that Vandy put on him. It finally was able to wear down Kharn Alexander. The ref made it in that epic move, the classic 1, 2, 3, and you're reigning and still defending RCW Heavyweight Champion is Mark Vandy. I hope that this recap helped you want to see the next show, which is July 19th, 2013. I had a blast announcing it. This is a great show, great roster, top to bottom, and I really hope you see the next show, July 19th, 2013. Check out Revolution Championship Wrestling on Facebook, deals on upcoming shows, and please share this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope to see you at the next show. Please come up and visit me if you haven't met me before. I will be there. I'll be the guy with the microphone. You guys have a great night. Appreciate everyone who watches my videos, and have